First impressions are priceless.
I'm Dr. Kenny Levine. For the past 37 years, we've been helping patients of all ages restore their smiles. Today, with modern technology and lasers, we're able to treat infants of 7 days old. We treat their parents. We help them not only keep their teeth, but restore function for the rest of their lives.
Call 954-603-7109.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kenny Levine. Welcome back to Health Talk on WEYW19.com and UVerse Channel 19. I'm here with my friend Michael Selzer. We just put the dirt in the water, and we're going to talk about stress. You mentioned, Mike, the story about stress with the dentist. We're also concerned with our patients and our families, right?
Yes, everyone.
Okay. So let's continue this story.
Okay, so everybody has stress, and what we were saying was that there's a buildup of this stress, and if that's allowed to build up on a daily basis, it becomes chronic. And chronic stress can increase adrenaline levels, cortisol levels, increase heart disease, other degenerative diseases, interfere with digestion, insomnia, skin diseases. So we want to have a happier life. We want to decrease that amount of stress where we can. And what I put together is a program where we can learn to reduce the stress on the golf course, because on the golf course we're having fun, we're with our friends, we're enjoying ourselves. It's easier. It's not as the result doesn't have to be as precise as it does in the office or driving a car or even at home.
Sure.
So we have the ability to play around with it a little bit. Rather than practice, we can actually play. And the ability to hit the ball, strike the ball, swing at the ball when you're standing in front of the lake, you're down by one stroke and you want to get the ball onto the green. So we all know that's an anxious moment.
Oh, yeah.
And if you can reduce the stress in that moment and take a free swing, which we're going to be working on in a few minutes, then the stress is reduced, you feel happier, and you can transfer that, just like driving the Chevrolet or Cadillac or whatever car it is, into some other activity, and take that at home and take it at work. And so that when you're standing over that crown prep or the surgery and there's some particular problem that's there that usually builds stress for you, you can just relax that the same way you do on the golf course.
Well, you know, you once gave me your book. I appreciate it.
Yes.
And there's a image there of this green with a pin and surrounded by the water, I believe, and the beautiful trees. And that's where I take myself when I want to relax on the golf course. I picture your picture.
Okay, very good.
And it really is wonderful. It just lets me mellow out and enjoy the moment.
Yeah, that's the 7th green on the High Hampton Golf Course in Cashiers, North Carolina.
Okay.
Just beautiful, beautiful golf course. And do you use that image when you're in the office, if there's any stress that develops or anywhere? Does an image come to you, that image, or that's just for the golf course?
Well, I usually use it on the golf course. What I do is I have pictures of my family around the office, and if things get a little anxious sometimes, I just look up there, and that lets me relax.
Okay, very good.
That works for me. But I could try the golf course
Yeah,
too.
you could try
Actually, I have pictures of golf courses all over my office also.
We'll take the family pictures to the golf course.
You know, that would work
You
too.
can turn that around
then
also.
I'll think that I should be with the family instead of playing golf. But
So-
go ahead.
So that's an interesting point that you just made, you know, saying that I think I should be with the family rather than on the golf course. Of course, the one factor that builds up stress the most is not paying full attention to what's in front of you in that moment. That most of the time the stress builds up because we're resisting what's happening. And if we learn to focus complete attention on the golf swing, or complete attention, as I know you do when you're doing your surgery, that's why you love, one of the reasons you love surgery, because your attention, your focus of attention, your mindfulness is completely on what's happening in front of you. It's too important for you to be thinking about something else.
Exactly.
On the golf course, it's important, but a lot of times we're thinking about the next shot, we're thinking about where we don't want the ball to go rather than where we do want the ball to go, and even that detracts from the swing itself. So if we take a look, this is staying very cloudy. I don't know if it's going to, this dirt was pretty strong. Normally this would clear up in a few minutes, but if you wait another minute or an hour, it'll start to clear from top to bottom. And this was representative of all the thoughts in the mind. During the day, it builds up and builds up, all these little fragrances. If somebody walks through the office with perfume, there's a lingering fragrance that stays behind. And as the activities during the day that come up, it leaves lingering bits of stress in the mind and within the body. And then when we get home, we add to that by sitting down sometimes and watching the news. Finally, we get to sit down and relax and everything starts to settle. And having this image, if you come back to this, you can actually put this as a decorative item in the office or at home. Stir it up and you come back 15 minutes later, an hour later, it starts to settle, and pretty soon all the water will be clear on the top and still a little bit cloudy on the bottom, and the mind settles down in the same manner. So there are things we can do in order to help speed up the mind settling, and I brought a couple of those with me.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
Okay, so the first one is to bring back some memories of when you were being rocked in the cradle.